Now at 6, how some young people in Southwest Missouri are making a big positive impact on other kids' lives. Plus, how some Pittsburgh nonprofit organizations have a chance to receive funding, and a Missouri Southern baseball pitcher earns Central Region honors.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
A person of interest in a Delaware County cold case disappearance reportedly killed himself today in southern Texas. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Peggy Sweeten was 52 years old when she was reported missing from her home on Grand Lake in January of 1998. She lived there at the time with her husband, James. This afternoon, Delaware County Sheriff's Office released that James Sweeten killed himself in Weslaco, Texas. The police department in Texas stated they received a call about a suicidal person at an RV park. When they arrived, they found his body in an outbuilding. The apparent suicide comes days after the Delaware County Sheriff's Office sent a dive team into Grand Lake near the home where Sweeten lived. Earlier this month, a barrel was located underwater that was believed to be connected to Peggy's disappearance. The dive team was unable to retrieve the entire barrel due to deterioration, and no new evidence was found. Kansas Governor Laura Kelly today vetoes part of a $6 billion funding plan for the state's K-12 schools. Governor Kelly said she objected to one provision that she says would cut funding for rural public schools that have been dealing with declining enrollment. Leaders of the GOP-controlled legislature issued a joint statement saying the state's constitution limits line item vetoes to appropriations. The spending plan, which would provide the bulk of the money that the state's 286 school districts rely on, would also expand a program aimed at providing private school scholarships for low-income families. Although Kelly opposes that provision, she did not veto it. Nice weather out there. Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, it's turned out to be a fantastic Thursday. Best day of the work week so far. We have had those kind of puffy cumulus clouds throughout the afternoon, but it looks great. If you want to get outside this evening, enjoy it. We do have thunderstorms building. This is out central western Kansas, some severe weather down through the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas, and eventually that's going to become a big complex and start to work toward us. Not this evening though. Upper 70s to near 80 right now. We look fine throughout most of the evening and the overnight hours. There could be a few isolated storms after midnight. Most of us are going to stay dry, but thunderstorms increase out to our west late tonight into the morning hours. We're going to slide back through the 70s into the 60s. I think most of us will drop back to about 61. Of course, we're going to break down your thunderstorm chances for you on your Friday here in just a bit.
See you then. Damage caused by recent wet weather closed 2 trails at Joplin's Wildcat Glades Nature Park. According to the Wildcat Glades Nature Group, the Red Trail between the Woodland Loop and Reddings Mill Bridge is closed. A crack in the trail opened up along a portion of the walkway. The Green Trail, also known as the Bluff Trail, is closed from the south side of the Reddings Mill Bridge to Mother Nature's Gap as the bridge crossing area at Spring Creek is flooded. A City of Joplin spokesperson says Joplin Parks and Recreation team members are assessing the damage so the city can make plans for repair. Pittsburgh nonprofit organizations will have an opportunity to receive $10,000. KOAM's Amber Jenkins has details.
Southeast Kansas 100 People Who Care is hosting a networking event to raise $10,000 on May 25th.
What 100 People Who Care is a platform for nonprofit organizations in the Southeast Kansas area, Crawford County, Cherokee County, Bourbon County, to be able to come together. We will randomly pick 3 nonprofit organizations.
The goal is to fill the Frisco Center with 100 people who will donate $100 each. That money will go towards making a change in their community.
We have 100 people who come together who bring $100 each. And what happens is they will listen to that 5-minute elevator speech, and then that night they are going to vote on one nonprofit, and that nonprofit will go home with $10,000.
The organizers just want to do some good in the community. After seeing the success of similar events elsewhere, they want to bring that to Southeast Kansas.
So Leah approached me probably 6 months ago about this idea. It's an event that they hold across the country, and Leah has participated in these events before. We both have a passion for our communities.
The community is involved in helping put on this event. Catering, drinks, and even the event venue were donated. That means all the money will go towards one lucky nonprofit.
Thanks, Frisco.
Reporting in Pittsburgh, Amber Jenkins, KOAM News.
Southeast Kansas 100 People Who Care says these events are going to happen twice a year. Some area young people performed a good deed to help other kids in need. McDonald County High School students today donated $1,200 to the Children's Miracle Network hospitals at Freeman Health System. The money raised is from a color run the students organized last month on behalf of Nora Beechner. Nora is the 6-year-old daughter of MCHS counselor Joseph Beechner.
Feels like it's really fun, and I like coming to my dad's school and taking these pictures with all the high school students.
Nora has a rare disease and needs ongoing medical treatment. CMN helps the family with transportation and other expenses related to Nora's traveling to and from treatments. Fostering Hope of Southwest Missouri helps support and serve our local foster care community. They currently have a variety of programs to support, encourage, and provide resources to children in care, foster families, and agency workers. KOAM's Carrie Worthen has more on their initiative to bring flamingos to houses.
Foster care is so important, and just in Jasper County alone, we have nearly 500 kids in foster care at any given time. And we're a pretty small community, so to think about that number is pretty staggering.
Fostering Hope helps support and serve the local foster care community. This annual event allows them to raise money and spread some summer fun.
So every spring we do this flamingo event, and we ask people to sign up and flock their friend's yard, and the money that we raise through this supports our mission.
Flock a Friend is going on 6 years, and Executive Director Sarah Birch says it's growing every year and started out as an idea to raise money.
Yeah, we partner with House of Bounce a lot and with Pineapple Bliss, and they have been great partners in this event. And Shayla, the owner of House of Bounce, it was actually her idea several years ago to do this event.
This year's proceeds are going to help around 25 foster kids who are graduating from high school.
Some of them are going on to college, some of them are moving out independently on their own. We've got a few people going way off to New York City, out of state, for big things. So we just want to come together as a community and shower them with our love, show them our support, and help them as they kind of gain their independence.
When you flock a friend's or business's yard, the volunteers place flamingos in the yards and are guaranteed to stay in the yard for 24 hours, but sometimes they stay in for a little longer.
We call them our flamingo wranglers, and they are the folks that kind of help us, and they go out and put the birds in yards, and then they're the ones that go and pick them up.
In Joplin, Carrie Worthen, KOAM News.
Fostering Hope has 2 Caring Closet locations to help provide basic needs for children in foster care in Carl Junction and in Sheldon, Missouri. Coming up, we're going to look at the dangers a gardening item could pose for your pets, plus why the Kansas and Missouri governors met in Kansas City today. For an awful lot of people, this is peak gardening and landscaping season. But dog owners need to be careful with the mulch they put down. Cocoa bean mulch can actually poison your pet. Reporter Liam Garrity spoke to a Springfield, Missouri veterinarian about its potentially dangerous side effects.
A veterinarian told me if any dog, big or small, eats around 3 ounces of this stuff, it can be very dangerous. And he says for pet owners, stay away.
Keep it away from your animals, especially if you love them. Don't want any sick animals around here.
There's all kinds of mulch, and mulch is pretty cheap, so I'm not sure why you would need cocoa mulch.
Cocoa mulch can be found online and in nearby stores. Veterinarians say when you are buying garden supplies, research what's in it.
I'd find out if it's toxic to children, is it toxic to pets?
Dr. Philip Brown is a veterinarian with the Animal Care Center. He says cocoa mulch has similar effects chocolate would have on animals. But this mulch could cause seizures.
You have the caffeine, which makes them hyper, increases the heart rate and could create problems. And then you have the theobromine, which can affect the kidneys.
Ralph Fries told me he just got a puppy. Let's go for a look. Come on. He says he already knew the dangers of cocoa mulch.
No, I just wouldn't even have it in the household. Don't take any chances with this silly puppy.
Dr. Brown says the first signs of sickness are vomiting and upset stomachs.
You just don't want to let it go on and on and on. And people tend to say, well, he just threw up one time. Well, maybe not. We don't know what all the pet got into.
Everyone I spoke with says if your pet is sick, don't hesitate to take them to a vet.
They're man's best friend, and they keep us happy, and we just want to provide a good life for them.
Don't take any chances. You don't want to lose them. They're just like family.
Dr. Brown says if you even think your dog got into something toxic, you should call your vet. Also, try to make the company who makes the product the Pet A. Try to contact that company. A little bit later, 4 local teams advanced to state championships in softball. We're going to preview the matchups.
Plus, thunderstorms return for us tomorrow morning. Those details coming up. Well, it turned out to be a fantastic Thursday for us today. We do have those puffy little cumulus clouds out there, but in general, it looks great. Nice shot. This is Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. Of course, Indigo just to the west of Seneca, Missouri. All right, look at our temps. Most of us still hovering mid to upper 70s to near 80. It's 81 Chanute, 81 in Veneta, 80 in Anderson. Carthage is checking in at 81 degrees. We can look at Joplin sitting at 80. Visibility at 10 miles. The winds are fairly light out of the southeast at about 4 miles per hour. Through the evening, we slide back through the 70s, 60s. We only bottom out at about 61 later on tonight, so it actually feels pretty nice. We do still have some clouds out there. It's not a big deal. Great evening. Look at the showers, thunderstorms building central western Kansas. This is some monsoonal moisture, but we do have a wave which is working across the state. So we got showers, thunderstorms from Concordia, Salina, back toward Hayes, south toward Dodge. And then once you get down into the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas, this is where any severe weather is going to form. But eventually, this is going to become a big complex and start to work off toward the east and affect us by the time we get into the morning hours. So here's 8 a.m., rain chances increasing. Here's 10, here's noon, 2 p.m., 4 p.m., 6 p.m. So those rain chances start to decrease as we go through the evening hours. Let's step through your next 48 hours. Clouds increase tonight, most of us dry. Here's 6 o'clock in the morning. Showers and thunderstorms spread in. 8, 9 o'clock, it gets into the Missouri side. Now, it could be a little bit loud at times, really any time during the day. Not expecting anything too strong or severe. Showers scattered, or periods. Showers and thunderstorms through the morning hours. Here's about the noon hour. Once we get into the early afternoon, we're looking at 1:30. Cold front is slicing through. So this is when we could get some little stronger thunderstorms popping up, especially in our southern counties as we go through the afternoon. Again, I'm not expecting anything severe, but we could get some strong storms along and south of the I-44 corridor. Showers and thunderstorms slowly start to taper off as we get into the evening. Here's 6:30 p.m. I know we got some graduations going on tomorrow evening. Hopefully most of the rain will get out of here pretty quick. Then we clear out. Tomorrow night we drop into the upper 40s, so a little bit chilly. Saturday looks fantastic. Light northerly wind, highs near 70. Then we drop back again right around 50 degrees by the time we head into Sunday morning. All right, day planner for you on your Friday. We hold into the upper 60s. Periods of showers and thunderstorms all day long. How much rain could we get? Heaviest northeastern Oklahoma and along and south of I-44. But I think most of us pick up quarter to half an inch, which of course we will take whatever we can get. 69 tomorrow, back to 71 Saturday, 74 Sunday. The weekend just about perfect. 75 Monday, showers and thunderstorms, or at least pop-up thunderstorms, start recurring by Tuesday. I don't really see a severe threat until we get into Memorial Weekend, but that could be a little bit of a wild weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, but it's nice that the nicest weather in that forecast aligns very perfectly with the weekend.
Not too bad.
Yeah. Thanks, Doug. Kansas and Missouri officials held a press conference today to make an announcement about the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup. Kansas City will be one of the handful of cities chosen to host that World Cup. The city recently played host for the NFL Draft and, as you know, won the 2023 Super Bowl. You remember that. Still ahead, 5 Southeast Kansas baseball teams earn regional titles and a chance to play in the state tournament. And Pitcher of the Year honors for Missouri Southern's Cole Woods. Jacob Leonard has that and more up next.
The Missouri Southern baseball team is back in the Division II National Tournament for the first time since 2019. And not only that, but the Lions have earned the number 2 seed in the Central Region. They get to host a regional for the first time since 1992. Southern opens that regional tournament tonight against Arkansas Tech. Missouri Southern ranked 10th in the nation coming into the night. That game just getting started in Joplin. We'll have highlights from the game right here tonight at 10. Staying with Missouri Southern baseball, pitcher Cole Woods has been named the Central Region Pitcher of the Year. In 15 starts this season for Moso, Woods is 10-3 with a 3.44 ERA. He enters the day with 101 strikeouts and 91 innings pitched. And just last week, Woods was also picked as a first-team All-MIAA selection and a member of the MIAA Gold Glove team. At the high school baseball now, Class 5 District 7 semifinals, the Webb City Cardinals face the Belton Pirates. Now this after the Cards beat Grandview 13-0 in the first round on Tuesday. That one just getting started. The winner faces the winner of McDonald County and Warrensburg for the district title on Monday night. Well, the regional playoffs are complete for high school baseball and softball in Southeast Kansas. On the softball side, 4 local teams have earned regional titles and a spot in the state tournament. In Class 3A, the Columbus Titans are headed to Manhattan for the state tournament. The Titans beat defending state champion Frontenac 2-1 last night on a walk-off single from Gracie Major in extra innings. Columbus is now 21-2 overall heading to state. Also earning regional titles this week, Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. They won a 5A regional title on Tuesday, beating Bonner Springs 7-1. In Class 4A, Fort Scott makes the state bracket after beating Iola 6-4 last night for a regional title. In Class 2A, Jayhawk Lynn will represent Southeast Kansas in the state tournament. As for the baseball guys, 5 local teams have earned their spot in the state tournament. The Columbus Titans are headed back to Manhattan for the second straight season, beating Frontenac 9-5 last night for a 3A regional title. Humboldt will join them in Manhattan for the 3A state tournament. The Class 4A SEK champion Fort Scott punches their ticket to state, as well as their league rival Chanute. Then in Class 2A, like there was any doubt here, Colgan earns a regional title and is once again headed to the state tournament in Great Bend. And that's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. We're going to see how the Pittsburgh Police Department is celebrating National Police Week. Plus, Pittsburgh Chamber of Commerce hosts its annual banquet to recognize progress in the area. Those stories, a lot more, of course. It's all coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. At the moment, at least, the weather looking beautiful, Doug.
Yeah, fantastic evening if you want to get outside. But thunderstorms increase for us by morning. Periods of showers and thunderstorms throughout the day, clearing out just in time for the weekend.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.